so I'm glad folks are paying attention. What's up, Doc? February 2008. Passed out on Frenchman Street doing a John Boutte show. I was talking to someone on the set break and the room seemed to get hotter and hotter. I was dizzy. I felt like the place was closing in on me. I went to the sidewalk thinking some air might help, but the same sinking feeling told me to get near as pavement as I could, because that's where I was headed. I woke up surrounded by my wife and a couple of shocked friends looking down at me again, throwing up in public. And so I was so wiped out I couldn't walk. A generous friend with a big back seat was parked nearby. He flew in like Superman and got me into his car without ultimately seeing what a mess I was. He drove Shelley and me home. He helped to get me upstairs. I'm sure I made a mess of his car, and equally sure I will never hear a word about it from him. I wasn't drunk. I don't know what happened. I knew it was time to listen to Shelley and go to a doctor. The doctor ran some tests, and in a way that seemed brutally casual to me, said I had a seizure disorder, most likely caused by a head trauma. I'd been hit by a cab in Chicago in summer of 2006. He said it was controllable by medication, but that I'd be on that medication the rest of my life. He said it might make me tired a bit, most of the time, actually. He also said I couldn't drive for 6 months until I was seizure-free, or I'd be criminally negligible should I be in an accident. Having just left the band and needing to drive to make a living, this wasn't good news. He said all this briefly, casually, as I say. In his view, it was good news, because it could have been worse, and I suppose I should be grateful. But the sentence he spoke changed everything I thought I could do with my life for the next year, at least, and likely for the rest of my life. I know I'll figure it out, but for now I'm at a loss. I don't know what's next or what to expect. I'm just trying to keep my hustle alive. And I'm going to continue just because that was so short. This is from February 2008. It's called Feathers. Emily Dickinson once wrote, "Hope is a thing with feathers."
Yeah.
Woody Allen, in a sort of answer, titled a book of his, Without Feathers. Well, if hope is a thing with feathers, then I'm not without feathers, but I am a wet feather boa at the end of a rainy Mardi Gras day. Life is now a walk or a bike ride away, and that's different. Running errands is on a schedule now, or getting a lift from a friend who's off work. And who's off work, anyway? I'm getting used to it, though. As I wrote to my friend Chris Rose recently, I've learned in the last few years that the faster you learn to play the changes, the sooner it becomes a new song. So I'm not without feathers, though I am beat, dog-tired, and for the first time in my life, I can't just work as hard as possible to make things better. I have to learn to accept life's new pace, to learn some patience, to find that new path to the waterfall Raymond Carver wrote about. I still believe in tomorrow. I just like it to get here so I know where I fit in. That isn't just my story. It's the story of thousands here in New Orleans. If you've lost your home, your stuff, your job, your friends, and all the routine that made up your life, where is your you-ness? Where is our we-ness? I don't know if it makes any sense unless it's your life, but if you lose everything that makes up your life, whose life are you living? I suppose that's what I'm trying to figure out. What is this new life I'm living? There it is again, that whole patience thing. When I figure out where I am, I'll be the first to let me know. Chris Rose wrote in the Times-Picayune recently, "They love us almost as much as we love us, because they have danced at the center of the universe, and once you do that, you are changed forever." So, here I am, a wet feather boa, at the end of a rainy Mardi Gras day, waiting for the next song so I can dance at the center of the universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come check out the scene, see what I mean about this stew called New Orleans. It's a gumbo pie for sure. It is and it ain't, and it's so much more. Now don't take a pass, this could be a gas, this stew called New Orleans. From the very young to the very old, it's a town where the good times roll. This stew called New Orleans. Don't forget to bring your greens to the stew called New Orleans. Now I'm not the first, and I won't be the last to say or have it said. feel like I'm back in New Orleans. Find the hot brass band, come on, and get me to a second line in this stew called New Orleans. Don't forget to bring your greens to the stew called New Orleans. Come check out the scene, see what I mean. This stew called New Orleans. There's a place where we can meet. Like the song says, down on Frenchman Street. And if that groove makes you want to move, don't you waste any time. Find the hot brass band, come on, and get me to a second line. Maybe Leroy Jones, Shorty and his trombone will take you to a second line. See if Matt Ryan or Mr. Gregory Klein will take you to a second line. And even if there's heat, Glenn David is fine. We'll take you to a second line in this stew called New Orleans. To bring your greens to the stew called New Orleans. I'm talking about a stew called New Orleans. I'm talking about a stew